Guys, how you doing? This is Fish Hook and welcome. For you guys that are new and checking out the channel, we're an outdoor channel and a seafood cooking channel. Mondays, we do Munchy Mondays. We do seafood cooking and reviews of restaurants with seafood. Tuesdays, we do normally, this week's an exception due to the holidays. We have a Chatting with Charles session, usually on Tuesday nights, 6 o'clock to 7 Central Time. And then on Fridays, we have our fishing videos. And this week, we're going to have 2 cooking videos we post a week. You guys have been awesome. This is an exciting time of year. All I can say is Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to everybody that's checking in tonight. Welcome. Well, I hope you guys are having a good week. I know for some people, this is crazy, crazy, crazy time. I wouldn't be caught dead near the malls. I gave that up years ago. My wife goes to the mall. I like the internet. I like online shopping like so many of you guys and girls do. I like shopping on there. I pick out things and have them delivered, and it's easier shopping because most of your, almost every major retail facility has online presence. And a lot of times they're even better pricing because they use less personnel, less utilities. It's a lot better. So for me, that's what I do. Matt Lowe, how you doing, man? Let me move this screen over a little bit. I'm getting along good. I hope you're doing good. Nice to have you on board, and Merry Christmas to everybody. Well, we just put up, I've got my notes here, so I want to make sure what I want to cover tonight. We just put up this Christmas giveaway 2019. We're going to be posting that probably 2 to 3 times a week to really generate excitement. We truly want to build the channel. So I need you guys to spread the word if you don't mind. For me. And then this giveaway, $250 prepaid Visa card. I think that's the ticket. I thought about giving away a nice stove, but why not put in the hands of somebody some cash and they can, or he or she can spend it the way they want. I just thought that was a fair way to do this. So, and that's just a little token of, the whole year, February 26th, like I said in the giveaway, we started our first video. We're over 1,220 subscribers now. So this is awesome. And I wanted to grow. We really want to get somewhere in the spring, be at a certain level. So we were trying to really push the channel as much as possible. If you guys have any kind of suggestions, if it's in the cooking field, recipes, man, email it. Let me give you, again, I want to put our email address down for some of you guys that may not know it. I type so slow, it's pitiful, I know. I got to look what I'm doing here. fishhook2019@gmail.com. Send me some emails. I'm still waiting on pictures. I know you guys are holding out on me now, but don't do that. Send me some pics. I don't care if it's a little bluegill, but it's important to you. It's important to me. We'll put it up on the Instagram page, whether it's pictures of your hunt, whether it's recipes you want me to try out, or even other subject matter you'd like to talk about. This is an open forum. I want to hear from you guys. Toward the end of the discussion, give me some questions. If you can just hold them. And as you come on board, just let me know where everybody is from. I want to see where in the world, literally where in the world everybody's going to come from. But I had a lot of fun doing the giveaway video. As we get a little closer to Christmas, I'll wear the hat again, but that's not usually my style. But this is the season to be jolly. Ho, ho, ho. Well, the comments, I want to tell you guys, the comments you guys are sending on the videos is nothing less than over the top. You're very kind. I know you guys love the channel. You love us, and the feeling is the same. Jonna, hey honey, it's my daughter. That's my little school teacher there that just said hello. And she lives only, I'm blessed. Let me say this. I have 3 children and they all live within 7 to 8 miles. We all live within almost arm's reach. It's like 15 minutes. 20 minutes, I could be at any one of my kids' houses and vice versa. That is awesome. So I'm blessed, and all these little grandkids, these little munchkins are running around. It's amazing. It's amazing. We got, Lauren has my youngest one. I think he's under 6 months, I believe. She'll correct me if I'm wrong. I'm not looking. I have to write it down on my phone, all these birth dates. But this kid's like a 4x4. He looks like a lumberjack. Honestly, he looks like a linebacker for the front line in football. But he is a chunk, and he's adorable. He's got a head of hair on him that'll make anybody. Rob K, number team Jonna. How you doing, man? I don't know you, but let me know where you're from. And I'm just blessed for that. So I hope you guys are enjoying this season. I'm really looking forward to Christmas because at our house this year, it's our turn to have it in Tennessee. And I have a really tall great room to the left of me here. And I made really tall ceilings. They're over 20 feet. And I bought a couple of years ago. It was in Walmart. It's really cool. If you guys wait till after Christmas, a lot of the trees, artificial trees, I don't cut them down anymore. You can get really cool artificial trees, nice ones that like from Target. I missed a couple the previous year. But I walked into Walmart, not even looking, and right at the entrance was a 12-foot tree. It's a 4-section, I found out. Comes pre-lit, and when you put the sections together, they light up. So it's very cool. And I said, hey, you getting rid of that tree? That's for sale. I said, what do you want? $50. Brand new 12-foot Christmas tree. I mean, nothing was wrong with it. It was gorgeous already. I mean, I have to put my decorations, but it's all the lights are on it. It's beautiful. So $50, and I got a 12-foot tree. It's heavy as anything. My son has to help me get it out of the attic in the garage, and we're gonna set it up this week and put it up. But it takes a 8-foot step ladder for me to put sections in. But that's what. Oh, you bought one at Kmart closing for 30? Yeah, absolutely, man. That is a deal. You can find them. They have them on display for the season. Keep an eye on them, and then immediately when Christmas, even if they're open on Christmas Day, they probably will be letting go of it. And you might be able to prepay and have it reserved for you. So that's a cool trick. If you guys are looking for one, have a little patience. Get a artificial one first. That you're really doing great for the environment. I kind of feel bad. I'm not a tree hugger. I'm not off the, I'm not green like that. But if you're going to get a tree, some people, I know there was a program one time, and I think you buy the tree and it's in a bag where you water it and then you plant it in your yard. That's great, because the most discouraging, and it's an ugly sight. I just feel bad. What a waste. We're in the plumbing and mechanical business. So like when guys go on service calls or I'm driving around, I go down neighborhoods and you see trees all laid out on the sidewalk, just thrown away. Like Christmas is over, get it over with, check this list and get rid of the tree right away. I don't think that's right. I think that looks pretty poor. That's poor taste. And that's really taking advantage of Mother Nature. So if we can be maybe a little bit more thrifty and a little bit more caring about our environment, I think it'd be better off for all of us. So, what can I say? I got my 2 cents like everybody else. And that's all I'll say about that. So I opted to go artificial. I got a couple of them for the house. But I like it. It's just Christmas is such a nice time of year. I don't know about you guys, but man, this year, I can't say it online, but Santa comes to visit us. And I know he's coming this year again. And the grandkids go nuts. All 9 of them that I have, they really go nuts. And it's just a great time. We video it. It's so many good memories with the kids opening things. I mean, it's loud as can be. I'm sure your houses are the same thing. There's nothing quiet about Christmas. Nothing. It's loud, and then everybody comes over. When we're all together, we're 15, 16 of us, I think now. You know, I got a big 9-foot table in this room here. This is like my outdoor room in the house. It's a man's room. It's a Florida room I built onto the house. And I got a big 9-foot table here, and that's where we all sit around. And I have another table that I tee off where I put all the grandkids that are able and civilized and can sit together and not kill each other. How you doing, Charles? Nice to have you from Tarpon Springs. Nice to have you, man. So Christmas is great. And for some people, let's be honest, it could be a sad time because you're missing maybe a spouse or a loved one, and it's tough. It's tough. So if you do, let me just say this in the name of Christmas and the spirit of giving and caring, because the very essence of Christmas is celebrating the birth of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. Lend a helping hand. Help somebody. If they don't have a place for Christmas, invite them over for dinner. You'll be blessed for that, I promise. And you might really help somebody in a really tough time in their life. So if you see a single elderly person or someone who has no place to go, have them over. You just don't know who needs it and how much of an impact you'll have on their life. So that's all I could say. I invite people over our house. It's a blessing. It's definitely a blessing. So I hope with this, remember, Christmas is about giving. I know as kids, giving to me. That's how a kid thinks, right? Well, we're a little bit more. Victor, how you doing, buddy? Let me get this screen a little bigger. I'm not seeing. Victor Hernandez, my middle name is Tough. Well, you got to explain that to me because I missed it. I think that went over my head. But I look. Christmas is truly when you get old enough. Like my oldest grandkid is 8 years old. Colin, he'll be 9 really in January. We want them. I asked them this a week or two ago. Did you buy something for your friends? You have a good friend in school. Once I find out they have friends, did you buy something for them? What are you doing for them? Are you going to share one of your gifts for them? And I want this to be instilled with them at a young age. The true meaning of Christmas is to give, not to receive it all, and to bring gifts. So I want everybody to be blessed. I want everybody to remember the reason for the season isn't the holidays, isn't getting gifts and the tinsel. All of this is great. It's just fun. But let's not get wrapped up, if we can, in all of that glitter and glamour and all that. That's all fluff. But if you could say, hey, I really reached out, I helped somebody, that is cool. Yes, Victor, yes, you said Christmas can be tough. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. And I want to have a listening ear and an open heart. I want to hear the Lord speak to me and to bless people. And I'm blessed. When you do that, you get blessed. Charles, beautiful hour. Church put up a tree for the congregation to give gifts to needy seniors. Yeah, the season is giving. And let me just say this. Let me just go a step further. And I'm trust me, guys, I'm not using this platform to preach at you. I'm not doing this. But there are some basic things about basic humanity. Let me say it this way. Salvation Army, they're not just open on Christmas, the month of Christmas. They're open 12 months a year. 12 months a year, Salvation Army is reaching out. Teen Challenge is reaching out and helping and restoring guys and girls that are hung out on drugs and just made messes of their life. And all these, the mission, Nashville Mission, other missions in your city, they're there 12 months a year. So try to get your mind engaged in that make that part of your life. And I'm telling you, you'll be better off for it. For example, what I'm doing right now, I'm doing the YouTube channel. I have a business. I make a good living. I have investments. I've done well in my life. This is a challenge to me, and I'm doing it because I like what I do. I love fishing. I love the outdoors. I want to share these thoughts, not just to jibber jabber, but I've got some things I want to go over and some news of fishing news in the world, because I think it's just really cool. You're going to be surprised at some of the things you hear, and I get surprised. But this world's a whole lot bigger than just our little house or our workplace or our little tiny world. We're just a little scuppy in a big ocean. In a big ocean. There are people that are going to come on board tonight, and the people that are going to be watching this video that are from, like, I got a new guy the other morning, for example. Our YouTube channel hit a couple. It's SAC Chillin', I think it's called. And forgive me, guys, if you watch this and I missed this, but really cool. They're from Australia. They loved the videos. They subscribed. They got the bell on and the likes. And come on. I mean, I accomplished what I needed to do. That's it. I didn't get any money from them. This is what I made from YouTube so far. It's $0. When that day comes, it'll come. But I'm not really worried about that. I'm really concerned with building up a real team, a real following. And then when I go, and I love traveling, and I will be doing more of that, I'll announce what town I'm in, and if you guys are there or can meet, we'll fish together, or we'll eat together. We'll do something. I would love to. This is a great way. See, I'm being enlarged. My life, my borders are getting bigger now. I'm meeting people, and I like interaction like this. So this world, really, as big as it is, it's really it's really it's a small place. It's as small as your life. If you'll open up your life and let people in it, it's awesome. Like the other morning, I woke up, I don't know, it was 5:30, 6 o'clock. The thing beat me that it was a YouTube notification. And these dudes from Australia, I think it was awesome. So, on this channel, I've talked to people from Germany, from Ireland, Japan, Wales, all the way up in Canada. I mean, and one guy was in Russia. Another one's in Zimbabwe. Africa. I mean, it's Saudi Arabia. I think this is awesome. So it shows you that our world, because of platforms like this, you can really get your message across, and you can bless somebody, and you can help somebody. Even if it's I'm doing a knot tutorial, that might really be of help to somebody who's struggling fishing, and he could be out in the Sudan. I don't know. Maybe I physically can't be there, but this medium can get me there, and we could talk like almost face to face. So I think this is awesome, and that's a blessing to me. I enjoy doing the cooking videos. My wife is excellent. I gotta say, hats off to my wife, my honey. I hope you guys, and I think you guys did. It was really a resounding success. Two of them, the Thanksgiving seafood stuffing. Let me tell you, that never went to my sister-in-law's house. So it was all good intentions in the video. I apologize. It was ridiculous. I ate about a third of it with Amy. I ate most of it. I mean, she'll kill me if she didn't eat all that. She watches herself way more than I do. And the one of the guards at the gate there at the condo complex we're at, such a nice person. So we gave it to them, and they were tickled to death over it. And that was the rest of the seafood stuffing. So we made another stuffing, still good, but that came over the top. And try it. It's as easy as we show it. Hey, honey. And then my wife, the dip, the other one, the hot crab dip, that was, like Amy said, sensational. Let me tell you, I hated to leave Florida and leave that in the refrigerator because I knew she wouldn't eat it. It probably got thrown out is what happened, or given away. Because, you can't freeze the dip, but everything was organic. I didn't even know there was an organic cream cheese. I was at Walmart getting all the ingredients, and I do my best to try to get organic. And listen, as of the last 3 or 4 years, I really do read the labels now. I just can't eat any old thing. As you get older, you're an idiot. You're fooling yourself if you think you can still eat like you did when you were 29. You can't do that no more. You can't. Your metabolism changes. So you just got to be smart, stay ahead of the curve. Upstairs, I'm still as crazy as I was. I was 29. I still do the same things. I still got the same drive, and I hope and pray that never dies. But the hot crab dip, man, hats off to my wife. She mixed it, and I did the talking, as you guys heard. That was sensational. It was, and we're going to make it again for Christmas. Yeah, my kids saw it and they're dying to taste it. So I told them that I would make a big old bowl of it. Me or Amy are going to make a big bowl of it, and we'll have it as one of the entrees for an appetizer. But it was so good, and if you can get those ingredients, man. Believe it or not, I went to Walmart. I looked. I had it already, but I wanted to see what they had. They had it canned, which was okay because really the original recipe I got it from, I modify things, called for canned lump crab meat, which is okay. I don't go out crabbing. I haven't done that in a while. Very little, to be honest with you. But they have it, and theirs was coming from the Philippines. Now, there's so many things I don't understand about our country, and I guess it's part of trading with other countries. You got to keep a balance. You got to scratch each other's back, but I don't know why I need no offense to the Philippines or any other country, but why do I need fish or any food from another country that we harvest right here in Louisiana? Best crab you could ever want, the best. And I got to settle. I don't want to settle. So for that very reason, I stuck with mine because it came from Louisiana. Good old USA. It's my home waters. I want to eat what I can. What I can't get here, I'll go elsewhere. But people all over the world want the Maine lobster. And Maine, as far as I know, only exists in one of the 50 states of the good old USA. So go figure. People want it really bad. It's the best there is. Hats off to you, Justin and Becca. Keep up the good work over there. So anyway, these videos, I really hope you guys are enjoying them. From what we could tell, the comments have been awesome. They've really, really been good. And that's like stroking me, man. I love it. I love it. It really stokes me and gives me a feeling of satisfaction that we're not spinning our wheels. Subscribers are coming in. And again, let me say this. If anybody's new watching the channel, man, hang on. There might be stuff that you know, and maybe some of the fishing stuff is real elementary to you. Hang on. There's a lot of guys and girls here, adults that are learning the sport, and we want to be their introduction. I want to help them. So if you guys can maybe grasp that and have patience, you can do it also in your life. If you are experienced, take someone under your belt and show them how to do it. And like I said, you'll be better off for it. Just lend a reaching hand. Try to be, arms outstretched. Grab somebody else tomorrow and help them and bring them in your world. And maybe they needed you in their world. That's the cycle of life. That's how it works. We're not made to be loners. We are all interconnected. No matter what color we are and where we're from in the world, it has nothing to do with that. We all bleed the same, as Toby Max, her and Mandisa sang. We all bleed the same. We all bleed red. DM goes, good evening, Charles. How's it going? It's going great, man. Good to have you. And again, congratulations on that new job in Japan. Let me know when that 8-month job, when you're going to start that. That's awesome, man. But these videos have been good to do. We've got new creations coming. We got some with an Italian twist, how we do seafood the Italian way. I know you guys are going to like this. I've eaten exceptionally well. My parents never had a lot of money, so it's not a matter of money to eat well. In the Italian culture, food is very high on the list and has nothing to do if you got a lot of money or not. Food is thank God for that, because I love it. Some people eat to live. I live to eat, and I want to eat good dishes. And just like I said in other videos, you can have a boring dish, like when I did the tuna remake, the tuna salad. I never liked tuna salad. I think they ruined tuna fish. I don't like the sound of tuna fish. It's all chopped up and I got a gag on that. I don't like it. Even if they put a little mayo in it, I don't like it. But when I dolled it up like that, and then you can doll it up even more with the suggestions I made. Like, I think really nice, hard little tomatoes, cut them up, just enough juice it'll let out because you remember that it's going to give you watery, so you don't want to go crazy. You can chop up, find some nuts. Oh man, and some cranberries in it. Man, it can become the most healthiest dish you've ever tasted, and you'll eat all of it. So January 1st, first day will be January 6th. Super. Oh, wow. How old is your daughter? But that's what that dish was about, and it was tremendous. Just that tuna thing was tremendous, and it just made a boring dish. Got a second chance on life. I ate all of that. Brought it to work, and we ate. My daughter. I experiment with my daughter. She's a guinea pig. Two of my kids work with me, so my middle girl works with me. And I said, Lauren, I got it in the fridge. See if you like this tuna fish, and she loved it. She ate that. She's 7. Oh man, her heart's got to be broken, man. Yeah, I just had a granddaughter turn 7, Elise. She's my first granddaughter. Oh man, that could break your heart. I know. Trust me, I know. My heart goes out to you. But just make sure you're doing the right decision. That's what it's all about, But let me see. Today, it's been a long day for me. I don't know. Maybe you guys can tell me what your day has been like today. I started my day at like 6 in the morning. I naturally get up at 5 o'clock. No joke. I wake up at 5. I'll toss and turn. I really don't want to get up because right now the light is barely starting to come up at 6 o'clock. Time of season, of course. But I normally, my body clock gets me up at 5 o'clock. I don't care when I go to bed. I get up at that time. I'm an early bird, and I love it. And it's dark when I go to work, and it's dark when I come home. I only got home about an hour ago, so I had about 30 minutes to get my lights set up here so we can talk tonight. And I hope I'm not squinting too much, but it's been a long day, and I did a lot of homework. I didn't go to the office today. I had my son work with me, and he works with me anyway, but I pulled him out of the field. I had a big tree go down in my yard about 8 months ago, and one of my trailers were at the house where I keep one of my bobcats. So it's a 14-foot trailer, real heavy duty, and I had backed up out of view alongside my garage. And I had the tree was down, so we cut it all up in big chunks, and with my bobcat, I loaded it on there. I kept it off the ground so it wouldn't rot, and it was hidden underneath the trees there. And I borrowed my next door neighbor's log splitter. Today was the very first time in my life, and I'm sure you guys, DM, you probably used one. I used a log splitter, first time ever. This is a 22-ton. The dude had bought it at Tractor Supply. A couple of times, this was such hard wood, you could hear it go, just like that, crunch, crunch, crunch. And finally, it had serious resistance. Some of these logs were really hard wood. It took forever with the chainsaw to cut through them. But I don't know how many ricks of wood, and I've got another maybe 15 lineal feet of huge trunk like this to cut. It's already chopped up, but I've got to manhandle that. It takes an act of Congress, and I got it in the vertical position on the heavy ones because this is the one where you can go horizontal or vertical. And I'm going to be cutting them up on Friday. Tomorrow, I got to be out of the job all day with some of my guys. We got some big units going on the roof. But it's been a real busy day, and I'm going to tell you, I feel like a lumberjack after working out there. And when you don't use a lot of muscles, you got to really be careful because you reach over and you go to pull something. It's like dead weight, like you're pulling a car. You can pull your back out, your neck, and I'm sore on top of my neck, and the base of my back is a little bit sore from just pulling, humping, and heaving. It can do a toll on your body. So you just do that carefully. We did some things that were heavy. I said, Chaz, just give me a hand because if I'm going to be hee-ho, then I'm going to be laying on my back, and I don't want that to happen. A lot of times I act crazy. Mike Petrioni. I hope I'm not pronouncing that right. I know. I butchered that. Sorry. Good evening, buddy. Thanks for joining us. But we did that for probably 4.5 to 5 hours straight. The machine was awesome, just cutting it. I'm going to get one. That is really man's best friend. I have a lot of trees. I have some acres here. And we got another tree we're going to have cut down. And once it's chopped up, then I'll go ahead and put it into that, because I've got a really nice fireplace. And this was a wood burning fireplace. So I put the biggest Buck stove. That's the brand. They've been around since I've been in Alaska in the 80s. And this one is their biggest version. It's a freestanding if you wanted to. I took the legs off. And it serves as an insert, and it'll heat up a 3,200 square foot home. And I have one big long ranch. So if you do that, guys, and you have that, you want to heat up a good part of your house, especially if it's a single story, but even two, turn your HVAC on fan mode, and it'll pull once you get that fireplace rip on. This has a 3-level rheostat in there, a thermostat, a blower in there. And I am telling you, when you come in the front door, you're about 32 feet from that. And you can feel the air blowing at you. That's how strong it comes out. The hotter it gets, the harder it'll blow out. It's just amazing. And it cuts down on your gas bill or your electric bill. I'm on propane because gas isn't in this subdivision. But gas is all over Tennessee. It's real popular now. But that's what I did today. And then after that, we had to load up units. So it's been a busy day. And then tomorrow morning, we'll be at it real early again. And we'll start that whole cycle again. And Friday, I'm going to finish cutting all the wood. So in between doing videos and working, I have a very full week. And I really look forward. Like last night, I got done late. I was at the job. I was about 65 miles away, and I didn't get home till almost 7 o'clock at night. So that's why I moved chatting till tonight. And then with the holiday, the traffic, oh man, Nashville it's like going through a jungle. The traffic here is ridiculous. The roads are always behind the times. So we've got the same problem like everybody else. For all the years I've been going to Florida, every time I drive through Atlanta, it's another highway. It's another highway. It's another overpass. They're growing, and I think they're ahead of the curve, but they got too many people down there, and they really are proactive there. Now, Florida is the same way. Florida has one of the best building programs in the country for thoroughness and for being a timely construction. Like when they build bridges and they build big overpasses. They're on a time limit. And yes, there's big bonuses. They give them many millions of dollars of bonuses if they can finish before a certain time. And those dudes have got it down like a science. So hats off to Florida, man. They really, their highway construction is really they're on top of it. And that's one of the most fastest I've ever seen. You go to New York, they just rebuilt, my brother told me, the Tappan Zee Bridge. I don't know how many billions of dollars went over budget. Just like I think they're redoing some of the bridges within the city. I don't know, the Manhattan Bridge or the Brooklyn Bridge, one of them. It's cost billions of dollars, and the unions, thanks to the unions, everything is milked to the maximum. And there goes effectiveness and timeliness is not even a concern. So for those reasons, I don't miss any big city. I don't like dealing. When I was in the city, I worked in plumbing, and I never joined the union at all. They asked me, and I absolutely would not go in the union. I was accepted. I would have made 6 digits my first year. I didn't want to touch the union. I wanted to be self-employed, and I got that from my dad. Thank God for that. He gave us the entrepreneur spirit. So, but God has really blessed our business. But that was my day was like, and maybe if some of you guys want to remark how your day is. We got, today is the, 11th. So we got 14 days and counting to Christmas. And I feel sorry if some of you guys got to run around and go nuts, man. I'm sorry. I'm sorry you have to do that. If you can shop online and order, it's still not too late to do that. Do that, make your life, make it easy for yourself. But don't stress out. Remember the reason for the season. And if you can keep that as a focus, I think you guys will be doing great. I think you're going to have a really, really awesome experience this Christmas. And you know what? It might even be uh, a surprise for you. There might be some surprises coming. So that's all I wanted to say about that. And then New Year's is coming. And now on New Year's Day, we're going to announce the giveaway. $250 is a great gift, and I would like to get that too. And we're going to announce it on New Year's Day. So I really put the word out, guys. We want to get as many subscribers. We want to enlarge our Fisher family. You guys have been awesome, and I appreciate that you like the videos. We've got more good fishing stuff coming up and hunting. My son and I just bought Ruger 1022s. This is the third edition, a collector edition. I think it's old man's, it's the old man something. I forget what it's called. And it's engraved in the right outside the chamber. But these are in like a moss green. It's an army green. They're synthetic stock, fixed barrel, so you can't modify that. But it's not screwed at the end. I wish it was. You could put a flash suppressor on there, but we got scopes for it. We're gonna scope them, and we just got them 2 weeks ago. And we've been so busy at work, we haven't had a chance. And we bought our bullets online. Got a really good deal, and it's exciting. It's small game hunting. You can even stretch it to going up after like wild boar here if it's small, the feral pigs. A well-placed shot. One shot, you get them down. But it'd be nice to have some more firepower with it, just in case something gets crazy out there. But we're going to be doing that, and we'll be showing you some good videos of that as we mount the scope, sighting it in. I think it'll be a lot of fun. That's a great thing to do, let me tell you. Hunting and fishing the outdoors is great. So I'll show you next week, maybe. Let me see, where will I be? No, I'll be in Florida next week. So when I come back the week of Christmas, I'll show you guys the guns. And I got Nikon Pro Staff scopes on the gun. These are 4x12 by 40 millimeter. They're really, really nice. Good glass. They give you a lifetime warranty anyway. And I talked to Nikon, even though Nikon now made an announcement about a month ago. Well, right after I bought the scopes online, I bought them from a really good place, Planet Optics. And there's another site called Sport Optics. That's plural, Sport Optics. Excellent deals on scopes, excellent deal on their really cool rings, you know, to mount your scope, and on the bases, the mounts. But these Pro Staff too, these are for rimfire rifles, which these are. I called up Nikon because Nikon is going to stop producing their rifle optics, the scopes for rifles only. They're a leader in binoculars and everything else. They're not stopping. So I called them up and I talked to the guy, Alex, over there, and he said, they're out of Los Angeles. And he said, no, for the next 2 years, we have more than enough stock if we had to replace scopes if they went bad. And we're working on a plan, but you have a lifetime warranty, and we will stand behind everything. So Nikon's, all my cameras are Nikon. And that, I'm a Nikon freak. Other people I can. I just started with Nikon. I stayed with them, and I really like their product. They're all overpriced, so let me just say that. I mean, glass is glass, but they've got to make a good product, and their scopes are outrageous. So we got these scopes. They were $139, and we got them down to $109. That was a steal for these scopes, absolutely. And that was before Nikon even introduced it. They were shutting down the rifle producing division of their business. So just a little heads up if you guys are interested in the hunting. Real nice, and we could talk about that because this winter we'll be going small game hunting, and then we're going to do some deer hunting. And I have a Winchester Model 3030 lever action. Love it. 7 in the magazine and 1 in the chamber. Oh man, it's beautiful, beautiful gun, and I have sights on it. But I'm going to put a scope on that because for some of the deer, I'm going to have to be shooting some distances, and I want to be right on the money on that. Now, let me tell you something that you guys are going to like. I want to give you some facts. I saw this on the internet last week. I looked it up this week to make sure it was still in the news. And it is. Let me tell you, in an effort, all these countries, you know, they want to watch illegal poaching and stuff like that. Well, let me first talk about our home country. And then it's going to get stricter from there. In Alaska, I wrote this down, so bear with me. Last week, I saw this on the internet. A 45-year-old Southeast commercial fisherman in Alaska, he was convicted of fishing in a state research area. Not supposed to do no commercial fishing. California's tough. This country, oh my goodness, if you killed somebody, you have more rights than if you endangered fish or hunting. It's a little bit out of balance there. But he was caught. He got a fine. This was by Prince of Wales Island. And DN, you might know where that is, because I'm not really sure where that is. And he got a fine of 30 days in jail. Listen to this. First, let me tell you what he was convicted of. He had falsified fish tickets as well. This was over the year 2017 and 2018. So the dude didn't just do it one time. He was making a lifestyle of this. He harvested sea cucumbers. You can eat them on 7 different occasions to the tune of 7,506 pounds worth. So he went head over heels over this. Must have a good market for this. 7,506 pounds worth. And he had falsified his fish tickets. Obviously, that there were other things. They gave him a 30 days in jail. He lost his commercial fishing privileges and was on probation for a year. You might as well throw him out on the soup line. He lost everything. But here's the kicker. They fined him $35,228. 35 big ones. So not only a year probation, he can't make the money back. He loses his commercial privileges. It has to spend 30 days in jail. And then he's on probation for a year. Oh, man. I mean, why don't you just stick a knife in the guy and put a bullet to his head? He killed the guy over sea cucumbers. Do you think there's something wrong there? Welcome to good old Uncle Sam. A little bit nutso, some of these things. I'll give you another find. This is escalating. In Florida, we were fishing one time, me and my friend Jerry, and lo and behold, we were just sport fishing there. See what was on there. We're waiting. The Florida's troopers come by, the FWA, I think it is. Florida fishing game came by, and we know the guy, the ranger. He said, "How you doing?" We said, "Hello, blah, blah, blah. You catch anything?" "No, you know better than to ask us," we told him. And he said, "Well, it wasn't that way for the guy up the street at Honeymoon Island." I said, "What happened?" He said, "Oh, yeah, he pulled a redfish out. That cost him $500. And I said, "Well, really? You find that much?" He said, "That's for every fish we find. If he had 10 fish, he would have got fined 5,000. So think about that. $500 for every illegal fish, because right now the moratorium is on speckled trout, redfish, and snook. So God help you if you have any one of them in your possession in these 3 or 4 counties of Florida. Not all of Florida, only this part of the Gulf. They really, Pinellas, Hillsborough County, some of Pasco, and then south towards Sarasota. It's unbelievable, $500 a fish. Now, every state has crazy fines like that. That's not the only one, but $500 per fish. That's a little bit over the top. Well, this one takes the cake. I want to read this to you. This is in Indonesia. This happened back in 2014. Unbeknown to me, but Indonesia is a world leader in tuna harvesting. I guess a lot of good tuna come from the waters of Indonesia, very rich. Well, illegal fishermen, they've been watching them. This is what Indonesia says, that they've been taking from Indonesians that live there and harvest it. These are illegal fishermen that are coming from other countries. Over 4 billion a year in fisheries profits. How they come up to that, I don't know. In 2014, Indonesia put a 1-year moratorium on foreign fishing vessels for 1 whole year. So just homeland fishing vessels, domestic could fish. Well, during that time, that didn't stop the illegals. Now, I want to tell you what they did. I never heard of this before. This is totally outrageous. That a lot of them were disguised as local fishing vessels, fishing there and harvesting. Well, they sank. They blew up, the Indonesian government blew up and sank 363 foreign vessels. They didn't care what size they were. They would dynamite them, put holes in them, sink them. They got pictures on the internet of them totally on fire, blown up. They detonated these and kicked them out of their country for a year. And they wanted to send this signal of strong enforcement out there. They said it was even on YouTube. So you guys might want to check out YouTube. But check that out about Indonesia. They were really, Indonesia now is going to be rebuilding a bunch of boats for their local fishermen there, which is really nice. They're really into protecting their people. Be nice to see some of that here in our own country. We protect our waters against a lot of this invasion of other people doing things that are illegal. But to go to that extent, wow. But that sent the message, 363 vessels were sunk. I'll tell you, thank God they didn't do that over here. That would be a mess. But now where DM lives up in Alaska, fishing industry is probably the number, and oil is the number 1 and number 2 industry there. Okay? Well, today now, then just going back a week now, today I'm reading the Pacific halibut harvest is down 4%. To us, it sounds like a little bit, but there it's critical. They are predicting the next 3 years of a slow harvest. The biologists were expecting this to happen. It's off. And, 4% could represent millions of pounds of halibut. And they want to give them a chance. They monitor what's caught in what waters, how many females, how many males, how big they are. And some of them, a lot of them are tagged. So they want to see their life cycle, how long they live, and that's where the halibut really are predominantly. I don't know where else in the world you would catch halibut, but up there in those cold waters. And but down 4%, and it has dramatically affected the fisheries. And some fisheries, because the count is down, it's losing their ability to maintain a fishery there. And they might have to shut some fisheries down. That's the thought now, and that's the concern, that it may not be able to substantiate the cost of running a fishery. So we need good fishing management and, biological management of our resources, our ecosystem, to have a balance of what fish are introduced, what type of ecosystem is there to support those fish, so the cycle of life continues, they reproduce, and it grows into a good harvest. And to prevent overfishing an area, you've got to give the breeders a chance to keep breeding and producing and producing and producing. And so really a decline over the next 3 years is not going to be as bad as they suspect. But they think it might level out the playing field where the stocks are going to build up. The troops are going to be hopefully double and triple. And that is the goal of having a good fisheries management. It's just, look, the fish are there because for us to eat. You can't eat every single one. So you got to, and that affects too, if there's a decline, the cost of halibut is going to go up. You can bet your bottom dollar. but you'll pay more for it because there's not that much being harvested. And in years when the harvest is really plentiful, things are good, the cost will go down. Same thing with lobsters. NOAA, it's a government agency up in Maine, said that when we were in Maine, they had said that there was roughly about 7,500 to 7,800 licensed lobster fishermen. And all of them are allowed today up 800 pots, 800 traps for lobster, to catch lobster. NOAA was going to propose that they'd be cutting half the amount of lobster traps that each fisherman was allowed to fish for. That is going to, and they had it collect their lobsters within 2 or 3 days. They have to be checking their traps. So think about that math. I don't know how many millions of pounds of harvested. I don't remember all the figures anymore. But you got even 7,000 and even number times 8. That's 500, I think, in 60. That is 500 or 5,600,000 traps out there. Is that not unbelievable? Something like that, 5,600,000 or something traps, and they want to cut them in half. So what that's going to do to the lobster fishermen is they're going to have to check their traps even more often and put the pressure on them. They'll never double their catches, but it's going to put a big crunch in it because NOAA's afraid. It's an oceanic institute. They're afraid of depleting the stock. Again, same thing with Florida because of the algae, the red algae. Oh man, that was terrible. That was the worst ever I've seen. And that one, proof positive, was thousands of tons were washed up on shore, all across the Gulf and parts of the Panhandle too. So it was devastating to see how many. And then it was just a small picture of how rich the waters are in the Gulf of Mexico. They're teeming with life. No one really knows how many we have. But when we saw we lost that much, Florida FWA was from their hatcheries in certain rivers or fisheries, they were dumping 6,000 hatchlings, whether they were a foot long or a foot and a half, whatever, from the hatchery, and they were doing in blocks of 6,000 at a time in an effort to rebuild, and they're doing great. Redfish are all over the place. Snook are out of control, and speckled trout are all over. So it's been a successful comeback, and the moratorium in Florida is all the way to the end of May of 2020, unless they change the that. But I don't see that happening. Not in the near in the near future. I do not see that happening at all. But you guys have been awesome. Thank you. We'll talk more next week about, I wanted to talk more, we didn't do it last week, about positioning, about fishing rivers and lakes and how to read them correctly. We'll talk a little bit more about that. Maybe next week we'll continue with that. But all you guys, Victor, is nice to have you. Matt, Charles, DM, and Mike, thanks so much for, and my daughter and my wife, thanks so much for saying hello online. I appreciate it. We've got almost an hour in, and it's been a great evening, guys. I really hope you guys, as Christmas draws near, I really hope that maybe this year will be the best Christmas you guys have ever had. And we've got some more good seafood dishes coming that are great holidays. And I just want you guys to have fun. Enjoy yourself. Like I said in the video with the hot crab dip, man, lay the diet aside for one day. I'm not going to worry about it. I'm going to eat whatever I want that day. Because I've been watching myself, I really don't sit down and eat like ginormous amounts of food at once. I don't do that. I used to do that. I might eat a lot more times in a day. I'll nibble them all, but I'm going to eat whatever I want to eat. I'm not worried about if I have a little more carbs that day or close. I don't even want to hear the word carb. I want to be happy. I want to enjoy myself. I want you guys to do the same. Just have fun. Have fun. Don't do anything you're not supposed to do. Enjoy it. Be a blessing to someone. And again, I hope this channel and I hope we at Fishhook are a blessing to you. You guys are great. I live to talk to you guys on Tuesday nights. So again, I posted our Gmail address. Please drop me a line, a DM when you go to Japan. I expect pictures. I expect some videos maybe. Show me life there, what it's like. Let me know how you like the food there, the lifestyle there. Let me know, and let us know how your daughter is doing. I know that's tough, man, and sorry to hear that you have to leave her, but I know sometimes you got to do what you got to do. So again, guys, we will see you next week. It will be a Tuesday. Now, the week of Christmas, I posted it on the YouTube community. Hopefully everybody got it. On the week of Christmas, Christmas Eve is a Tuesday, so I'm not going to do the chatting, but I'll do it the day after on Thursday, just for that week. And then probably the next week too, because now that I think of it, New Year's Day is on a Wednesday, I believe. So New Year's Eve, obviously we'll be doing some. So we'll make it probably Tuesday. I'll post that and I'll keep you guys posted. But until then, guys, have an awesome week. And as Christmas draws near, I just hope you guys have the best Christmas ever. And again, I'll see you guys next week. God bless you.